he is the center head of ISKCON CDEC, and he is also he has basically done his BTech and MTech from Pune VIT. During initial stage of his work life itself, he decided to dedicate his life to the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, and since then he is helping people in learning how to basically implement learnings from Bhagavad Gita in their personal life. And Prabhuji, in the recent years, he is also engaged in counseling or encouraging or grooming a lot of youth from prestigious institutes like IIT Mumbai, Hyderabad, and various colleges. He is also engaged in one of our group ISKCON India, where he is engaged in the strategic planning and training of youth. So please welcome His Grace Priya Gopesh Das Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Is it better? Hare Krishna. Thank you for coming, taking your time out. I think a lot of our participants are traveling outside because of the festival, and so we thought of combining a few programs together, and still the hall is half empty because a lot of people are traveling. So we thought whoever is available can come. How many of you come to this place first time, this center? Okay, some of you. I think you will be attending in some other place, this session. Right? सबको इंग्लिश समझ में आता है कि हिंदी में बोलना चाहिए? English is okay? All? Yes? Okay, fine. So let's begin our today's discussion. Today we are going to discuss because it was actually because not many people are available, so we thought of taking a break. But then instead of that, we could actually celebrate, discuss something about Dashera, Vijayadashmi, which is coming, and it is connected to Lord Shri Ram, as you know, right? That day is the day when Lord Ram killed Ravana. So we are going to just spend some time discussing something interesting from Ramayana, from Lord Ram, and his stories, and also we'll try to see connected to what we discussed last time. We'll also try to connect that to today's discussion. Before we do that, let us offer prayers. You can try to repeat after me these prayers. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namah Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
प्रभु नित्यानंद
प्रभु नित्यानंद
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर
श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद
श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे
हरे राम हरे राम
हरे राम
राम राम हरे हरे
राम राम हरे हरे
Hare Krishna. So, as I said, we will discuss a little bit from Ramayana, but not the usual way that you might have heard the stories of Ramayana. We will try to see the significance of Ramayana in our life. I hope all of you have heard something about Ramayana, right? Each one of us. It is said when this Ramayana serial was broadcasted in India several decades before, that time only one channel would come, right? It is said it was almost like a situation of curfew, right? So Prabhu recollects, some of us may be small children that time, right? It was almost like nobody would be visible on the roads. People were so attracted by Ramayana. Such a beautiful story, such a beautiful Leela, it is called, of Lord Ram. So, what we will discuss is the relevance of Ramayana in our life. Actually, the very names which are there in Ramayana, it is said, the very names of different characters, different personalities, they symbolizes their qualities, and that has significance in our life. We can actually see, how it is relevant. Like, what is the meaning of Rama? Rama means that personality by whose mere presence, one gets great pleasure. One who gives great pleasure to others just by mere presence. Such a person is Rama. That personality is Rama. And what is Ravana? Opposite of Rama. Just by the mere presence of that person, you feel like crying. Just by looking at it. That was the terror of Ravana. Right? So, if you see in our lives also, some people whom you like to be with, they give you encouragement, they give you inspiration, they give you motivation to do something nice. Their presence is the blessing of Ram. They are like Lord Ram's presence. And there are some whom, as soon as you even think about them, you start crying. Or you may not actually cry, but then, you are a little not so happy in the presence of such people. They are like Ravanas. So what do we learn here? Let us try to become representatives of Ram. In another's life, behave in such a way, we should have our presence very soothing to the lives of others, right? They should feel like associating. There is another personality, the father of Lord Ram. What is his name? Dasharatha. Now Dasharatha's one meaning is one who can conquer all 10 directions or 10 rathas in 10 directions. Even if the enemy attacks from 10 directions, Dasharath could actually defeat. Another meaning of Dasharath is Ratha means, actually Ratha is the body. Body also is called as Ratha, our body. And Dasha is the 10 senses, the different senses. So the Karmendriyas and their Gyanendriyas. Have you heard of this? There are 5 Karmendriyas and 5 Gyanendriyas, the knowledge acquiring senses and working senses. So there are 10. So Dasharatha means one who has conquered these senses. One who doesn't get carried away by the demands of his mind. Right? He is in control. Right? Sometimes people just, I hope you are Like the smell is one sense, nose. And when you smell something very nice, if a person has diabetes and he smells, rasagulla, it's not good for him. But if he is not sense controlled, he will give in and later regret. So we all at times, we fall to our senses. We know that something is not good for me. Some sight, something to eat, some smell, some touch. This is not good. Still we fall for it. That is called as not controlling the senses. But sense control means one can actually understand what is good for me, and if he can say no. That person who has control of his 10 senses is called as Dasharatha. And only to Dasharatha Ram will be born. So if we want, mercy of Lord Ram, then we should control our senses. It is said we should be discriminative. What is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong. If that discrimination is not there, if you just do it, right? Just do it, then we will not get Ram. But if we are discriminative, what has to be done and what should be done and what cannot be done, what should not be done, then we will get the mercy of Ram. That's the other way. There's another personality. Ravana's name is Dashanana. It's opposite to Dashanana again. Dashanana means 10 mouths. That means he's completely uncontrolled in his senses. Whenever he sees a beautiful woman, that was Ravana, right? He'll get attracted. He wants to grab and have that woman. Whenever he sees some wealth, he wants all that wealth in his Lanka. पूरा लंका चोरी का माल था. Nothing was his own. Everything was stolen property. So completely uncontrolled senses. That is Dashanana. And such a person will never get Ram or never get Sita. There's another personality, Wali. Heard the name of Wali? Who was he? Anyone? Sugriva's brother. Right? Yes? All of you know? Yes? So this Wali had a benediction, He has a blessing. Anyone aware of Ramayana? What was his blessing? Yes.
About the power of
Very good. Nice. He had a blessing that when he comes in front of some opponent, some enemy, just by seeing him, half of the power of the enemy will be reduced and he gets that half power. That's the blessing he had got. Now, who's Wali in our life? I hope you have not thought about Ramayana this way. Do we also have a Wali? No? Temptations. Something which, again, we know that we should not do it, but we become weak in the presence of that. Like, I was giving example of a person with diabetes. But if that person loves gulab jamun, he loves gulab jamun, but diabetes ho gaya. Then when he sees that juicy, very fresh, hot gulab jamun, when it comes in front, what happens? Half his energy is just by seeing, right? He loses half his determination. You get tempted. Now this is one example. Similarly, all of us have some temptations in life. We don't want to do it. We want to avoid it. Still, when we come in the presence of that thing, we become weak. Then that thing is Wali in our life. Because it is actually taking away your power to say no. Right? So this is how I can go on, but I think we have to go to other topics also. Ramayana is very relevant in our life. We can understand just by the names of character, And Ramayana also teaches many wonderful lessons. It is said this Ramayana. Okay, before going to that, let me also discuss why are we discussing. Because as I said, Dashera is the day of Lord Ram's victory. That's the day of Vijayadashmi. That's why we call it Vijayadashmi. And we all love to celebrate each one of you will have some plan to purchase new clothes and celebrate and have sweets and have all kinds of festivities. But celebration of these, why these days are given so much importance? Definitely we can have fun and celebrate, but along with that we should also meditate on the importance of these days and try to imbibe some lessons in our life. Every celebration, every festival, our life should actually improve. Then that is actually festival. That is real festival. Like Diwali is the day when Lord Ram came back to Ayodhya. Many other things also, but I am focusing on Ramayana. So like that, why these days are celebrated even now, after thousands and lakhs of years? Because they have some message for us. And what happens unfortunately nowadays, we have a lot of celebration, but we forget the substance. Why are we celebrating? We forget Lord Ram and everything else we remember on Dashera. So that's why we are trying to remember what is Lord Ram or Ramayana teaching us. Okay? That is the purpose. Then the second thing is, as I was saying, that there are many interesting life lessons that we learn from Ramayana, which are very important in our life. Obviously, we can go on for a long time, but I will share only one or two stories with you. One is very famous. You know the story of that small squirrel. How many of you know the story of the squirrel who was building the bridge? Raise your hands. Okay, I think this side of ladies are not aware of Ramayana, or are you not aware of English what I am speaking? This is very famous story. Not aware? Oh, so you know Lord Ram wanted to build the bridge. So वो भी नहीं पता. अभी राम कौन है ये पता. Okay, I will not go to that details. So when Lord Ram wanted to build that bridge from the shore to the Lanka, from Rameshwaram to Lanka actually. Ram Setu. Yeah, it's the place called Dhanushkodi, Rameshwaram, from where it started. So Rameshwaram में भगवान क्या कर रहे थे? He wanted to make this Setu. Actually, Lord Ram could have done it. Lord doesn't need the bridge. It is said he is God. Why does he need? But he wanted to actually involve everyone. He is a great leader. He actually teaches us a quality of leadership. Sometimes there are leaders who can themselves do a lot, and the team is suffering. Right? Team means TEAM. Together everyone achieves more. Is a long team. Together everyone achieves more. Lord Ram teaches by his example how to be a good leader. He actually involved everyone. Even the smallest, the weakest link in his team was actually appreciated and encouraged. So there was actually Hanumanji, and this not monkey actually. They are different breed of monkey. Va-nara means whether it's nara or monkey. Va-nara. Va means whether nara means nara. So this Vanara is very powerful, especially Hanuman. It's very, very, very powerful personality. So he was building, he was getting to build that bridge. Lord Ram told them to build a bridge. He was getting big, big boulders, huge stones, and he started throwing and all these Vanaras. And while seeing all of them doing, there was a small squirrel who was also devotee of Lord. Squirrel also, but devotee. And that squirrel came, and small Gilhari, and she started putting some little bit of sand. That's all it can carry. So when Hanumanji is coming, in between the squirrels are coming. The squirrel and some of them. So Hanumanji became very upset. He said, "Hey, what? Beach mein, why are you coming in between?" Hanumanji became a little proud. What are you doing? See what big thing we are doing. You are just doing some small thing. And Lord Ram was seeing this. भगवान राम जब देख रहे थे उन्होंने क्या कहा? Lord Ram corrected Hanuman. He said, Hanuman, no, you are doing your best, and she is doing her best, and I am equally pleased with both of you. Right? So some of us may have the capacity like Hanuman, some may have capacity like squirrel. What does God see? Whether we are putting our best. And that is how we should actually compete in this world. There's so much of competition, cutthroat competition, right? Nowadays in the every field, whether it's education, IT jobs or any kinds of job, cutthroat competition. We are ready to cut the throat of other person to succeed. So much competition, and we are in that competitive mindset. But actually, that competition is bringing so much of stress, depression, so much of anxiety, right? The happiness is not there, satisfaction is not there. Then should we not do competition? We should do, but not with others. Ramayana teaches us, this story teaches us, let us compete with ourselves. Let us every day be a better version of ourselves. Let us think, am I better than what I was yesterday? If you are learning something good, if you are doing something good, if you are coming closer to God, then it is success. Let us compete with ourselves, not with others, right? So you do your best, whatever is our capacity, and that is actually success. That is what Lord Ram is teaching here. Not competing with others, right? Who are doing, they may be empowered by Lord Ram better, but whatever he has given us, let us try to put that in the best possible way. That is the story teaches us. So many wonderful lessons. There is one very interesting thing which I always remember, and I like that very interesting lesson. There is a story, or there is a situation, if those of you know Ramayana again, when Mother Sita was abducted by Ravana. रावण जो है सीता को अपहरण करके लेके जाता है. That time, actually before that, let me start it before. Actually, when Ram and Lakshman and Sita, they are in that forest, Sita sees a deer, golden deer, right? And Sita says, I want that golden deer. And she is behind Lord Ram. No, I want it. Lord Ramji tells Sita, actually this golden deer doesn't exist. This must be some demon. This is a Rakshas. Forget. But she is enamored. She is very, very, attracted. She says, no, I want it. Even if it's a demon, what is the problem? You kill that demon. But still we should have that deer. So then Ram, even Ramji cannot do anything in front of wife. So this is another lesson Lord Ram wants to teach. That better surrender. It's good to have one profession for all the husbands. Better you have that one profession. What is that? No, agriculture. The culture to agree all the time. Okay. So like that, Lord Ram also did agriculture. He agreed. He went. But then he told Lakshman that Sita is alone. You should take care of her. Don't leave. Whatever happens. Don't leave her alone. This is jungle. There are so many dangers. Lakshman said, okay. Then Lord Ram went and the chase happened. And this actually, that deer was a demon called Marich. And he had come for a trap, to set a trap, sent by Ravan. So when Lord Ram shot him, he shouted very loudly in the voice of Lord Ram, Sita, Lakshman, please save me. Means not in English, but. So he said, when Mother Sita heard, she became very anxious. She said, Lakshman, go and save Ram. You have to go, he's calling. Lakshman knew that Ram is great, nothing can happen to him. Lakshman said, no, this is some demon calling, shouting, don't worry, this is not Ram. And Sita became very angry on Lakshman. To the point, if you read Ramayana, Sita told Lakshman, I know why you don't want to go. You actually came to jungle, you were looking for this opportunity, so that Ram will be dead and you can enjoy with me. You wanted to enjoy with me. That's why you came. Lakshman could not even hear it. It was, Lakshman's character was so unblemished. He actually served so nicely. So he was misunderstood very badly by Sita. Then it was very hurting to him. He said, okay, because you spoke these words, I cannot be here, I will go. And then he made that Lakshman Rekha. And then he went. But again, you know the story. Fast forward, Ravan came in disguise, right, as a sadhu, and then took away Sita. That happened. Afterwards, when Ram came on the way, Lakshmanji met Ram, and Ram asked, "Hey, Lakshman, you are here. I told you, don't come. You should be with Sita, whatever happens." And Lakshman is trying to explain that Sita only, she was so angry. She even started doubting my intention. And what is Lord Ram said? Lord Ram said, "Lakshman, you are good for nothing. You are useless. I gave you one small thing to do, and just see, you are not able to do that." Now see, Sita also blamed him. Lord Ram is also blaming him. And he is the one, he actually gave up his life for these two people. He gave up his home, he gave up his wife, he came to jungle. Actually, he was not supposed to come. Ram was supposed to go. But he came to serve Lord Ram because he has such great love for Ram. And now he is misunderstood by both. And Lakshman, if you know in Ramayana, is a very angry character. Very angry young man. He would not, even little bit, he will take his dhanush and cut the head. So now he is actually insulted so badly. He is hurt. He should become very angry, right? And shout at Ram and leave him and say, "What nonsense." Correct, na? If you would have been there, what will you do? If you are misunderstood. Does it happen in life? We are misunderstood by somebody. होता है कि आप लोग के साथ नहीं होता है, मेरे साथ ही होता है. सबके साथ होता है ना? हाँ, so then say yes, right? We are misunderstood sometimes by very close people. See, outside if somebody misunderstand, no problem. It doesn't hurt. Somebody very close to you, जो ज़्यादा नज़दीक होते हैं वो ज़्यादा दुख देते हैं, है ना? So this is what is happening now. How to behave? So Lakshman's behavior teaches very good lesson. Actually, Lakshman could have reacted, like we also do sometimes. We shout at people, we spoil the relationship, we fight. How can you say this? You don't understand. How can you feel that? Lakshman didn't say. He kept mum. He didn't say anything. How can he keep, silent in that situation? He pressed a pause button. It is said. He wanted to. He also became hurt. He wanted to react and tell Ram, what is this? But he paused. And in pause, he thought. For some time, he thought. What Sita is saying before, in the first case, what Sita is saying is actually what she meant, or is it something different? She said, "Lakshman, I know why your intention is wrong. You have an eye on me, that's why you came." So Lakshman thought, does Mother Sita really means this? And then what he understood, no. Actually, she is very anxious because Ram is suffering. She feels. So her love for Ram is taking the form of these harsh words for me. It is not, actually she doesn't mean this. But she is in anxiety. Sometimes, हम लोग भी हमारे साथ भी ऐसा होता है ना. We are in some other anxiety and we speak something and later we regret. And then we go and say, sorry, actually, I didn't mean it. But I just spoke it. होता है? Similarly, Mother Sita is speaking not because she actually feels that way, but she has anxiety for Ram. And then Lakshman said, okay, I don't have to retaliate. And when Ram spoke, again Lakshman paused. And he thought, does Ram really believes what he is speaking? Does he really means this? And then he understood, no. It is his love for Sita which is taking the form of these harsh words. So he actually did not see only the words, he saw the intention, the mentality behind it. Right? He gave them the benefit of doubt. They are in that situation, Sita and Ram. And then, not only that, Lakshmanji, it is said, also remembered all the good things which Sita and Ram had done. Like his own mother and father, they had taken care of Lakshman. They had given immense love. And Lakshman said, no, I don't want to retaliate, I don't want to hurt them. and he tolerated it. So sometime, at the moment, it is important to be proactive than reactive. You understand what is reactive behavior? Most of the relationship issues in the world are because of reactive behavior. Something happens and we immediately react. Equal and opposite reaction immediately. Right? Someone slaps. What do? Immediately others. Without thinking. That is reactive. Obviously, nobody should slap. But if someone says something, we can pause and think. Why is this person saying? Is there some reason? And is there need to react? We should consider. Who is going to gain anything by reacting in the situation? So let's not be reactive. Let's be thoughtful. And then respond. What is important is, or what is the best way to behave is respond, not react. And to respond properly, we need to take out time to think. Reactive behavior is thoughtless behavior. ऐसा बोला क्या? अभी मैं भी दिखाता हूँ. Nowadays so many people quarreling, है ना? थोड़ा सा किसी को हाथ लग जाता है, आपका immediate reaction comes, right? So reactive. But if we are thoughtful, we take out time, understand the situation, and then in a measured way we give a response. So Lakshman teaches by his example how to respond to such situations, difficult situations, hurting situations. So what should we do? Not react, but and for respond, what we need? To pause and to think and take a very measured response. So see, people feel, how is Ramayana relevant? क्या मैं रामायण पढ़ के क्या मिलने वाला है? See these wonderful lessons. All these lessons, if you go, there are these what do you call it? Self-help books and speakers. They charge thousands of dollars at times to just give these lessons. But these lessons are already there in our scriptures, in Ramayana. It is teaching us this. So if we study this nicely, then we will actually be able to lead our life very nicely. The third part of today's discussion, and then we'll end, is about Ravan. So this Ravan was, and this is also connected to what we have heard last time. I'll show the PPT also now. So Ravan actually, as I said, uncontrolled. He had an uncontrolled mind. He was actually very educated, learned, not educated in the terms of today's education. That is anyways not so good. He was very learned, Ravan. But what was the problem? His mind was very uncontrolled. He had these diseases, the cancer of mind, which is called as lust. Lust means, lust, greed, and arrogance. He had so much pride, and he had greed to want more and more, and lust. Lust means I want to enjoy. And greed means I want to enjoy more. I mean, the dharmic enjoyment is no problem, but he wanted to enjoy everything. सारा पूरा विश्व किसके लिए? मेरे enjoyment के लिए. That's what Ravan thought, which is wrong. So this Ravan, as I said, had a uncontrolled mind. So many people actually gave him good advice. Can you tell me who all gave good advice to Ravana? If you know Ramayana, Vibhishan, his own brother, told him, Ravan, he had so many queens actually. Just give up Sita. She is, goddess of fortune. Ravan didn't understand. He was blind by lust. Anyone else gave good advice? Marich also. Bali also gave good advice, yes. Angad, that was more of dhamki than advice. They gave little dhamki also to him, right? Any other advice? Mandodari, Ravan's wife, she was very beautiful also, and she was serving nicely, and she gave good advice to him, right? Anyone else?
Jatayu also gave advice.
Jatayu definitely gave, and Kumbhakarna.
Kumbhakarna.
Even Kumbhakarna was also there on the side of Ravana. He fought, but before that, he gave him good advice. You will actually kill the entire dynasty. Ravana, don't do it. So many people, we can actually list. So many people gave Ravana, good intelligence. Tried to tell him, but his mind was so uncontrolled, it could not listen to any good advice. Right? That is called uncontrolled mind. So, now we will see how to control mind. That is what we will learn. We should not learn from, Ravana, right? It is uncontrolled mind. So, sometimes, if our mind also goes uncontrolled, we also don't listen to any good advice. It can happen, right? Some good well-wishers in life may tell us some good things, but ISKCON se USKCON doesn't go in our head sometimes. Why? The mind goes crazy. So how to control mind? First of all, let us try to understand what is mind and how to control mind. Okay? So let's another 10 to 15 minutes we will see that. So I think I need to show PPT now here. Is it visible? Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, so last time, now we spoke a little bit of drama, and now let's go back to the last week. Do you remember discussing about the soul and the three kinds of bodies? No, not three kinds of bodies. Who are we? We are soul. And what is the covering? Two kinds of coverings. One is called gross and subtle. Gross body means, for those who are new, I'll revise again. Actually, the soul is covered by two coverings. One is this gross body, right? This is the body made up of Pancha Mahabhut: earth, water, fire, air, ether. And there is a subtle body that is made up of mind, intelligence, false ego, Sthul Sharir and Sukshma Sharir. Why I am telling you is just to tell you what is mind. So here you see gross body, subtle body, and soul. And soul is what we are. Do you remember all? You all were there last time? Yes? You can at least do little. Okay, not a little. Now we'll try to understand the mechanism of mind. Intelligence is said to be decision maker. अच्छा, all of us have mind, correct? आज तो मन नहीं लग रहा, बोलते हैं ना बहुत बार, कहाँ है mind हमारा? इधर, इधर, कहाँ पे mind है? Which part of your body is mind? Yes, quick. Brain is not mind. Where? Okay. So when you go to some specialist doctors, like cardiologist, where does he checks you? What does he sees? Heart, right? If you go to pulmonologist, किसका डॉक्टर होता है pulmonologist? Lungs. He will check lungs. If you go to dermatologist, skin, he is interested. No. ENT specialist, ear, nose, throat, right? So like that we can go on. Different doctors, specialists, different parts of body they check. If you go to, you should not go, but if you know, psychiatrist is a doctor of mind. Which part of body he checks? I hope you don't have experience, but if you know about it, no part. It's not that he will check somewhere. Psychiatrist just talks. He talks to you. He doesn't check any part. He doesn't say, okay, यहाँ का text रखिए. Why? Because mind is all over body. It is subtle element, subtler than air, subtler than ether. Subtle means it's everywhere. In the body, it's everywhere actually. So mind, and subtler than mind is intelligence. So intelligence is supposed to be the decision maker, and mind is a storehouse of thoughts, unfulfilled desires, and previous experiences. Mind is like storehouse. It's a memory device. What it stores is previous experiences, thoughts, and desires. I like it, I don't like it. This is mind. When you see the gulab jamun, oh, I like it. And when you see Karela sabji, I don't like it. This like and dislike is mind. And intelligence says, hey, gulab jamun nahi kharega, diabetes hai. ये इंटेलिजेंस बोलता है. So intelligence have two functions: determination and discrimination, or rather the other way, discrimination and determination. Discriminate means what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong. Someone who distinguishes, जो इसको समझता है, वो है intelligence. That is the faculty of intelligence. And when you know something is right, then to do it you need determination, willpower. That is also by intelligence. Or something is wrong, then don't do it. That is also determination. But mind goes by likes and dislikes. Okay. And then there are senses. The 5 inputs, as I already told you today. 5 Gyanendriyas, 5 Karmendriyas. Now what happens? Now what is the meaning of controlled mind? When intelligence is stronger and takes decision, then and mind is ideally below it, right? Then it is controlled mind. But sometimes mind becomes very strong and intelligence is weak. Then that is called as uncontrolled mind. Then the decision is taken by mind, what it likes, what it does not like. I gave you example of, like today I said, diabetes person. I don't know why I'm giving that example. Or you take any other example. Like a young boy goes to college and he sees, the other senior students are smoking, right? So whether he should do it or not, there is tug of war between intelligence and mind. If the mind is weak and intelligence is strong, he will not do that wrong thing. If the intelligence is weak, mind is strong, he will fall for some bad activity. Understood? Right? So why I am telling this? This was the case of Ravan. Not only his intelligence was corrupted, but so many people are telling him good things. They are giving him good intelligence. All his well-wishers. But his mind was uncontrolled. He did not listen to any good advice. Right? So, it is explained in the scriptures, chariot of the body. The senses are like the horses. And the mind is like the reins of the horses and is the ropes which control the horses. The driver is intelligence and the passenger is soul. Okay? This is the chariot of body and the passenger is soul. Right? Now if the mind is powerful, that rope is very powerful. The horses will run in all directions. And the driver will not be in control, and the soul is but if the driver is in control, that is intelligence in control, then the actually chariot can be taken in the proper direction. Similarly, when the intelligence is correct, we have good intelligence, then actually our life will go in proper direction. So these are 5 senses: mind, intelligence and soul, as I already explained. So, Lord Krishna speaks in Bhagavat Gita. He says, Bandhuratmatmanastasya yenatmaivatmanajita. You want to repeat? Yes. Right. Bandhuratmatmanastasya yenatmaivatmanajita anatmanastu shatrutve vartetatmaiva shatruvat. So what is Lord Krishna saying? Can someone read? Just read the translation.
6.6. For him who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, his mind will remain the greatest enemy.
So if the mind is controlled, mind is your best friend. If the mind is uncontrolled, he is the greatest enemy. Actually, for Ravan, enemy was not Lord Ram. For Ravan, he just perceived. For Ravan, the greatest enemy was his own mind. Right? This is what Lord Krishna says in Gita also. So if the mind is controlled, best friend, mind is uncontrolled, worst enemy. Now mind is compared to a knife. Is knife good or bad? Knife, chaku, good or bad? Depends who is using. Correct, right? If it is used by a surgeon, it will save life. If it is in the hand of a killer, it will take away life. Similarly, mind is not good or bad. It depends how we use it. If we control mind with intelligence, it is best friend. It is good. If we leave it uncontrolled, then it is worst enemy. So, to control mind, we can remember this principle called as ego principle. What is ego principle? Garbage in, garbage out. Good in, good out. What kind of input do we give to mind? That is how mind will behave. If we give garbage input, then mind will behave output also garbage. If we give good inputs, mind will also give good output. What is good input? When we study nice wisdom literatures like Bhagavat Gita, when we hear these wisdom discussions, or we have some nice inputs, right, like this, then the mind will automatically be controlled by intelligence. Intelligence will become strong. But if we have all sorts of garbage going in, then what's going to come out? Garbage. Simple. So, what are the inputs? That's what is here. We said garbage in, garbage out. So, what is the input? The books we read, the movies we watch, the music we hear, and the friends we keep. All these makes the input to the mind. So, if you have good books to read, some good things to watch, right? Something valuable, something worth, some value, and some good music like kirtan. We can have some good, not the chime, all kinds of that just agitate minds, and good sangat, satsang it is called. Good people around you, then the mind can be controlled. But if we give bad inputs, then the mind will be. So this is not very difficult to see in this world. We can see sometimes they are very good people, then they get into wrong association, wrong sangat, right? They get spoiled. Some very innocent boys, because I give sessions in the colleges, as you heard also, and I see that some very nice innocent boys, but when they come to college and if they are not in good association, then they completely get spoiled. By the time 2-3 years, they are completely spoiled, right? So association, the sangat is important, satsanga, and what input, the books we read and everything is very important. So there are mental dialogues, as I said, this is tug of war. Tug of war. Tug of war means, see, mind pulls and intelligence also pulls. Mind says, no, I like it, I want to do it. Intelligence says, no, it is not good for you. No, I want to do it. No, not good, I want to do. Now who will win? Who is strong? Intelligence is strong, it will win. Mind is strong, mind will win. So who should be strong? Good intelligence, not bad intelligence. First develop that good intelligence and make it very strong, stout, right? And then it will control mind. That's how we can actually control. So here one example is given. Like one student may say, I gave you this example already. I am an engineer, I should know how to hold a cigar and at least smoke. It feels cool. I don't know how. It's cool for people. It's hot, but it feels cool. And then intelligence says, no, it's bad. It's not a good thing for you. Your parents won't be happy. They don't like. You get addicted to it. So don't get into the wrong track. Now who will win? Whether the boy will smoke or not. Depends on who is strong. Intelligence is strong, then what will happen? He will not smoke. If mind is strong, He will give it to you. So if you want to avoid these bad habits in life, come out of bad habits, if we have some, then we have to make our intelligence very strong by giving very good inputs, very good books, very good association, very important, and other inputs also what we are giving. And that's how these kind of sessions help. Right? When we come for this, very nice discussions happen, and that helps to sharpen and strengthen our intelligence. Then we can actually come out of it. And then whatever little small Ravan which is there in our heart, little, we all have little, some small, bad habits, we all are struggling, definitely. Then with good intelligence we can kill that Ravan. And then that is the day of real celebration of Dashera for us. Not just getting some sweets and getting some new clothes, but actually killing the Ravan within all of us by good intelligence, by good Sangha, right? And then we can actually celebrate Dashera. So let's pray that on this Dashera we are able to do that, and we commit. If we are not able to, at least we commit to that process by which we can do it. And definitely over the period we can actually become a very wonderful personalities, we can become a good person. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So these are very few thoughts on the occasion of the Dashera. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Are there any questions, comments, suggestions? Was it relevant to all of you? Did you understand, first of all of you understood, right? Did you feel this was helpful? So we saw something from Ramayana, something interesting. I tried to make the Ramayana a little interesting. Some good life lessons from Ramayana. How those stories are important. I just shared one or two. Every story, every pastime of Ramayana can teach us many wonderful things. And like that, when we discuss, our intelligence is strengthened and we can control our mind. So we saw about mind and intelligence and the mental dialogue and how to win over them to bring out the best in you. Okay? Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So now we will have Prashant. For everyone, for all of you, dinner is here. Then Prashant. So you all please take it. And next time we will continue with our regular discussions. Okay? And our course topics, what we are doing. So today we took a little detour because of the Dashera celebration. We'll come back to our regular discussion and carry on. Hare Krishna.